Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to The View from Here Behind Enemy Lines. Mike and I were supposed to interview the great A.J. Rice, the best conservative publicist in the world, probably the best publicist in the country, anyway, or the world. But unfortunately, A.J. had to postpone his appearance on our show because he had to fly somewhere today.
He has a life.
He what? He has a life, yes, unlike us. Anyway, so Mike and I are at a loss now as to what to say. You know, last week we couldn't get Taki Theodoropoulos on, and he is, by the way, Mike and I both agree, Taki is probably the best example of the most interesting man in the world. The guy who does the Dos Equis commercial. By the way, yesterday I saw that guy. He retired a few years ago from doing the commercials. They tried putting a younger guy; it didn't work. But yesterday I saw the commercial twice. They put him back on. His hair's receding a little more. He's a little more wrinkled, but it's still him, and he's still cool looking. And I mean, I like what they say. For example, he once won a staring contest with the sun. Things like that. Anyway, but
let's get back
we are going to talk to Taki. By the way, I think I want to go and meet Taki and his wife, the Princess Alexandra, in New York myself. I may want to meet. I think I'd like to. They mentioned, we could get together, when they're in New York, and even though we don't normally do face-to-face interviews. Him, I'm willing to go and meet, but we'll see about that. I'll have to talk to him and his publicist to arrange that. Anyway, I'm blathering as usual.
You can tell that there's a potential bromance here.
Anyway,
okay.
Yeah. Well, okay. What are we doing today?
We're going
Mike
to do
had an idea. Since we don't have anything, we're really going to go fly off the cuff today. Mike, explain your idea to the audience.
Well, in first and second grade, they have these A's for apple, B is for boy kind of thing. We're going to do the view from here at A through Z, hopefully. And hopefully it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to start it off with
the alphabet. Oh, I thought you wanted me to start it off.
No, but I have the best one. A is for AOC.
AOC. Oh my God! Yeah, did you see her latest gaffe? She was caught walking. No, she was caught walking down the hallway and telling somebody that, we haven't hurt the American working public enough. Okay, so she wants to hurt the American public even more so that they will depend on the Democrats even more and government even more.
Well, we have to remember.
She would have fulfilled my A word, which would have been asshole.
Well, it's the same thing.
Same thing. AOC, asshole, yeah, interchangeable.
You have to forgive AOC a little bit because you have to understand her mentor was Kamala Harris.
Okay, shall we go on to B?
That B is B. For
bitches, as on the bitches of The View. Can't stand those scumbags. They are. Oh yeah, I don't know if this is going to wind up with a PG or X rating today. I'm trying to control myself. But bitches is kind of acceptable. But anyway, the bitches of The View, all they do is lie and propagandize. They never tell the truth about anything. Okay, I don't think they'd know the truth if it ran them over, or more likely those cows if they ran over the truth.
Okay, C is for the Capitol.
For what?
No, I was thinking it, but I'm not going to say it. Otherwise, we're going to get an X rating. But we all know what I was thinking and what we're always thinking. So just make that happen. So actually, let's change it from capital to C is conjecture. Imagine what the hell we would have said about The View with the letter C.
Oh, Well, wait a minute. What do you mean capital? What were you driving at with capital?
The capital of the United States, Washington D.C., where all of a sudden people are not dying left and right because it has the lowest murder rate ever. Pretty amazing stuff.
Since 1905, at least.
The entire country is 19.
Oh, that's the entire country. Okay.
Here we go.
What? D is for dumbasses. The people who keep electing Democrats who are now communists to office. They are not the Democrats of JFK. They are not the Democrats of your father and your grandfather. They are totally different. They have been infiltrated and overrun, just as communists have overtaken academia and media and entertainment and school. Now they're going after. They're going after elementary school kids now. Okay, but they are not the same party. They're not blue dog Democrats. Let's put it that way.
Okay. E is for the economy, which Donald Trump is actually getting us back. As a matter of fact, what was it? The total. I forget the two things, but the inflation is extremely low, and supposedly the average salary has increased by 3.3% versus the inflation 2.2. So people are starting to get ahead of this. Your go.
Right. And you got to remember that the economy does not respond right away to things. Okay, it takes. It's like when you're on a ship and you have to go either to port or starboard, which is right or left. It takes time before you can turn that thing. It's not like you're in a sports car that can turn on a dime. You can't do that. Okay, it takes time. That's why George Bush lost to Clinton, because Carville said, "Oh, it's the economy, stupid." The economy was already recovering, but it wouldn't recover fully until a year into Clinton's presidency. And then Clinton, who's not a stupid man, took credit for it. Okay, and Democrats point to Clinton as well. All right, getting off track. What are we on now? D, E, F. Oh, there's so much I can do with that.
Yeah, I know. It's something.
F. Okay. Finagle. That's what the Democrats do to everybody. They finagle us. They fool everybody.
Right. That's what they do. G is actually a double bonus word, which I just created in this game. That's when you have two G's for the price of one. One is God, and the other one is Gavin Newsom.
Oh, God.
He thinks he's God.
How can you... Wait a minute. You're mentioning God and the devil's representative on earth.
No, I said Gavin Newsom thinks he's God.
No.
There you go.
Yeah, I would have said God and GOAT. GOAT being the greatest of all time, president-wise, Donald Trump.
Well, you're not doing G's. I am. So it's God and Gavin Newsom. Get lost.
Okay, H. What comes to mind is a word that actually begins with W, but so I can't use that against those ladies now. They're not ladies anyway. Let's see, H.
Come on. Who's Secretary of State?
That's Marco Rubio.
Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State.
I'm sorry. She falls under B because my nickname for her has been for years the bitch of Benghazi. So I can't use Hillary. Yeah, okay. H is for Hillary. Yeah. Hillary, well, you can compare Hillary to hell, because if you get on her bad side, you're in for a hell of a ride.
Yep. Okay, the letter I, here it is. Imagine you're a Mexican and you come to the border and you say, ay, 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 I can't get across.
Folks, you can see that we are truly, honestly improvising everything here. We rarely ever are prepared for a podcast, but This one is like really taking the cake.
Aye.
Jay, again, okay, we'll talk about jackasses. Jackass has always been the symbol of the Democrat Party, and it's quite appropriate, especially these days. And anyone who supports the Democrat politicians out there I'm sorry to say, you're a jackass.
Okay. K is for that's a tough one.
The knights who say me.
The
knigget. You kidding?
K
You're a stupid English knigget.
K is for kindness. Okay? Kindness is what we should stop doing to the Democrats because they keep kicking our police, spitting on them, and so forth. Stop being kind to these insurrectionists.
Oh, as an aside, since you brought up the police in Minneapolis and other towns where they are now, Portland, Seattle, they've been released now, and they are going after these protesters, these paid protesters, and several of them in these different cities have said, we wanted to do this before, but we weren't allowed to. We had our hands tied, basically. Okay. Anyway, getting back to where were we? That was on K. Kindness.
Okay, so you're L.
L. L. I have
that's easy.
Lying, which is the language of the Democrat Party. Lying.
Think of the Supreme Court and Congress.
Liberal? Oh wait,
Laws?
Leftist. Wait, Supreme Court and wait, no. The Supreme Court, thank God, is not leftist these days. It's the opposite, thank God. But wait, left. Well, all right.
You just said it.
No, the Congress is not so much liberal as it is gutless. Okay, but anyway, they're not doing what they should be doing for the American people. But I'm getting off track. Okay, M to you.
M to me is the murder that's taking place in Iran against the citizens. They killed over 30,000 people. I don't know how big the number is right now because
that we know of.
But that's if you're looking for an example of tyranny, that's it. So murderers, that's what they are. And to you.
Yeah, I would have gone a little broader and not just in Iran, but I would have hit on Muslims in general. But then people say, "Oh, you can't lump everybody in." No, but if only 10% of them were radical, that's 1.5 million people, pal.
They are they Muslims?
No, I'm sorry, 150 million. What?
The Shah of what the hell is this? The leader of Iran,
grandson.
Yeah, he's Muslim, right?
No. The Iranians are not Muslim. The Iranians are Persians. They were overtaken by the minority of people who are Shia Muslims in Iran. Okay.
Okay.
That's an M2. They're a minority. The Muslims are a minority. Okay. Yet they're murdering the Persians who want their freedom back.
Muhammad. There you go. That's another M thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now there's doubts. People are raising doubts as to whether or not he actually even existed.
Yes.
But that's something for another time.
N is for the nonsense that the mainstream media is constantly asking us to believe. They continue to lie to us. They continue to give us false narratives. They continue to hide evidence. And it's a bunch of nonsense, and the average American person is no longer so easily dissuaded from the truth.
Okay. You took my letter, so now I'll take the next two. One is O. You're an orifice for having taken my letter.
No, you had M.
You had M.
Did I?
Yeah, you had M. You had kindness.
L-M. That's right. Well, you know what? if you make more of an effort, maybe
you're like the friggin' Muslims in New York. Give them an inch and take a yard. Come on. So next thing you know, you're going to be building a mosque to Michael.
Yes, dear. So what letter are we on? O?
Okay. I should have been thinking of something to come up with. Instead, I just ranted on you.
Yes. There you go.
O is for what the heck? Who am I trying to think of here? O is for the open sore that Democrats have created in the country, dividing us. It started with Obama, who's an O. He is the great divider. He started it, and he has reopened the wounds actually of racism and race problems. After he got elected, we elected him. I didn't think God, but the country elected him thinking and hoping that it would finally put to an end all the race problems we had. But no, he just reopened the wounds and wouldn't let us put a Band-Aid on it.
P is for Palestine.
That's me.
No, P is for Palestine.
P is for politician. POS. Piece of you know what?
For Palestine. And Palestine is proof that there is such a thing as a black hole, because no matter what we do with Palestine, it just sucks the life of whatever it is that tries to help it.
A lot of people don't know. All these people who support Palestine, free Palestine. They don't know that Palestine was offered 5 different times at least. They were offered their own state. Each time they said no. This was mainly under Arafat, but it continued after he died, after he went to hell. And it continued, and every time they said no, they started another war. Then they lost more land to the Israelis. Okay?
Well,
and now even the other countries, surrounding countries, they don't want to have anything to do with the Palestinians, even though Palestinians are Jordanian Arabs by direct descent. Okay?
The biggest problem
the Arab countries want nothing to do with them.
The biggest problem with Palestinians right now is they're not willing to start selling their natural resource, which is rubble.
Barney?
Okay, so you get Q.
The Q. Oh, queers. Queers are not the bad guys, okay? And the LGBTQ, even the L's are pretty good. The Q's and the L's were fine. But now you got all these other letters in there that are screwing up the whole country, especially the trans. And the trans are the ones, if you look at it, every single mass shooting in the past few years that has not been committed by Muslims has been committed by someone who is trans, and mainly against Christian children. Okay, so the queers, the gays, the queers, they don't really want to be involved in this unless they're really, what do you call it, crazed leftists. Okay, but otherwise, most queers, they just wanted to be left alone. They wanted to marry each other and so forth, and we let them do that. We made it legal for them to do so, but then it opened the door for all these others. And now pedophiles, the Democrats are trying to make pedophilia seem natural.
The Q originally stood for questioning, which means those people who are not quite sure what kind of sexual direction they have. So, but then it was changed to queer because, because if you don't keep changing the definitions, then people will actually start using the words and making sentences that are not in your group. But anyway, after Q is R, and retarded. The governor of Minnesota is retarded.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I keep seeing this meme come up asking, is Senator Cory Booker of New Jersey, is he retarded or is he stupid? And I keep answering both.
Yeah, right. Because as retarded goes, he's even lower. He's sub-moron. But anyway, Cory Booker is...
Tim Walsh will never win an IQ contest.
Well, you know what? I don't think any of these people are stupid. I think that the paths that they've taken are so wrong that they're so corrupt. It's ridiculous. So retarded. R is for Tim Waltz.
Yeah. S. S is for stupid. Stupid is reelecting the same corrupt politicians year after year after year. Everybody complains, oh, these guys make a career. They've been there too long. There should be term limits set. But they keep reelecting the same clowns over and over again. And this is both parties, not just one, not just the Democrats.
Okay. T is
T
for
two, and two for T, and me for you, and you for me.
T is for trans nothing. Not a trans. There's no such thing as a transsexual because we do not have the medical capability of changing one's sexual identity at all. All we can do is create a facade.
Yeah.
T is
so you get, if you're transitioning to a male, you're going to get what a co-worker of mine years ago referred to as a turkey neck. Okay. And if you're transitioning to a woman, you're going to get that cut made in, but then every night you have to sleep with a dildo inside you to keep it open so it doesn't close up like in the
first
body.
Of all, they're all facades because they're not, they're not women, they're not men. They've actually castrated themselves. Anyway, catch you later. Now go for the next letter.
U?
No, don't talk to me. You have the letter U.
No, yeah, U.
No, it's your turn. You said it was a good.
U-turn. That's what politicians do all the time. They do a U-turn. Look at Schumer in 1996. He was calling for voter ID. 26, voter ID is racist. You know why? Because they can't win without illegal votes. You start checking people's legitimacy, and Democrats won't win another election.
The people that are listening to this are screaming, "No, idiot! You should have said Ukraine."
Oh, I forgot Ukraine. Yes,
yes, that's the whole thing.
I was saving Z for Zelensky. So,
oh well, too late. So V. Vance. He's a great president, vice president, and
yeah, he's loyal to the president.
He's intelligent, etc., etc. I highly recommend that you watch his movie or read his book, Hillbilly Effigy. Outstanding, a courageous book when you consider how honest he was.
Yeah.
Oh,
and he was. Some people still don't trust him, people on the right, because they say, "Oh, he was so anti-Trump in the beginning." But there are a lot of people who were anti-Trump when he first ran for president in 2016. But they've come over because they've seen him perform. They know what he can do. They know he's an honest patriot, and they've changed their minds. And
there was a massive political machine that created all kinds of lies. And to be honest with you, Trump fed into that because he is a very bombastic person. He's very out there. And that is a very uncomfortable person to be with it sometimes. So sometimes he is just way up front, kind of arrogant in his own way. And I don't even think
he told Europe where to go to get off.
He's the classic. He is the 1950s New Yorker.
He's not even from New York. Nowhere near. Thank God. Oh, otherwise, he wouldn't be Vance.
Well, he lived in New York for a long time. Most people who live in New York didn't start there. But anyway, go ahead. So that was V.
W. Why? I ask myself, why do people keep reelecting Democrats? Especially, you listen to what they say, and you have to be either stupid or devoted to the party itself, or both, to keep voting for these people. A lot of people vote. I mean, President Trump got elected because a lot of Democrats and independents voted for him. Many of them, especially when it was against Hillary, holding their noses to vote for him because the alternative was worse. But why do people keep supporting Democrats who have proven time and again they are anti-American? They're not working in our interests.
Okay, X is for the platform X, which Elon Musk pulled out of fire, and also his space program, X, SpaceX. So, indirectly, this is about Elon Musk. He improved the ability to have free speech, and also he's giving us purpose outside of Earth, taking us out into space and proving that space travel does not have to be a one and done. You can go ahead and continue to use these spaceships.
Yeah, I mean, NASA they'd use it once and that's it, and then they have to spend billions and billions. I mean, he's shooting rockets up for 1/10 the cost that NASA needed to spend. Why? Well, we can't ask why. That would have been under. I already asked that under W. Why? Yemen. What the hell is going on with Yemen? I mean, we had a peace with them for a while, then they started up again. I think they started up. Well, it was during Biden's regime that they started attacking ships and going into and out of the Straits of Hormuz or the Gulf of Oman, or I don't remember. My geography right now is not what it used to be, but the Gulf, the Persian Gulf, I think it is. They're situated right at the end there, and they are creating havoc. They're creating havoc down there. We had an uneasy peace with them for a while, and I don't know what's going on right now. I haven't heard anything about attacks from Yemen lately. Have you?
No.
Yeah. So
okay, here's the last one, Z, which is Somalians. Z is for Somalians because since they're inbred and their IQ is lower than 70, they won't notice that I spelled their name, their country wrong, because they're too fucking stupid to know how to spell because they keep banging their brothers and sisters. There's somebody we all know who has. But anyway, so
I mean, just look at pictures of them. You can see that. I mean, they could be poster child for retardation homes.
Anyway, it seems as though
they're still shrewd enough to defraud the country out of billions of dollars.
It's not that they're shrewd; it's just that they make easy minions. But the thing is that
they're the ugliest minions in the world.
I think they're competing with the Palestinians as to worst people in the world.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And the good old Somali pirates.
Yeah. That's the only thing you could say good about the Democrats, really, is they are not as bad as the Palestinians or the Somalis. But they work hand in hand with both.
So far. But they're working on it. Yeah, they feed things. Now, let's extend this a little bit. And we need for you to start. We're going to use punctuation marks. So you can start with the asterisk.
Asterisk. Oh my God! There's going to be an asterisk beside the names of any and all politicians who support transgender surgeries.
Okay.
And like the history is going to say, why were these people allowed to stay in office? Why were they allowed to support this barbaric practice of mutilating children, and people were still reelecting them?
Okay, I'm using quotation marks because I believe the president of, what was it, Yale University, her last name was Gay. She would basically copy anything within quotation marks that somebody else wrote.
And take the quotation marks out.
Yes, they didn't last long in her hands.
Yeah, it's what you call a plagiarist.
I got a good one for you.
Another DEI hire who didn't deserve her position.
Question mark. That's yours. That's a good one. I'm giving you some of the best stuff.
Well, I keep going back to the same thing. The question is, it's why, how, what the hell, asterisk, why are you still voting for politicians who obviously do not have the best interests of America and Americans, in their mind? I mean, the Democrats are more concerned with keeping criminal illegal aliens in the country than they are with Americans. I mean, what it does, keeping these illegals here takes away jobs from Americans. By the way, the job numbers are going up now since a lot of people have been deported, and a lot are self-deporting because they no longer have the free stuff that they were getting before. Okay, and the economy, housing is getting better because now some of these apartments that have been rented by these illegals are being vacated, and they are available for Americans to rent. Okay, and rents are going to have to naturally come down, except in places like New York.
Okay,
we should have gone to Mamdani, but that's okay. He's lumped into the
here's the thing. Here's the next quote. Here's the next punctuation mark. The period. If you think that men can have periods, I have a country that you should go to where you'll fit right in. It's called Somalia. They'll believe anything that you say because they're not capable of putting two thoughts together other than, let me take that.
But no, there's more. Because they are Muslim, they will also say, oh, that goes against our beliefs, so we're going to kill you.
Okay.
We would have killed you anyway, but now we have an excuse.
Okay. So, percentage. The percentage mark. That's yours.
Oh, the percentage. Whites are being blamed for all the ills of the world, and we have always been a minority in the world. Okay, and I think we're less than 20% of the population of the world, and yet we have contributed to a big majority of the progress, especially over the last, over many centuries, really. From the Renaissance on, we've contributed a lot. I mean, the Chinese, they came up with gunpowder, so kudos to them for that. But other than that, we used the gunpowder for better purposes. The white man, by the way, was involved in slavery too, but it was the whites who ended slavery.
Right. Well, slavery was something that was part of the human experience for thousands and thousands of years. And the only reason why it was distinguished was because somebody said, you know what, we could make a business out of this. We can make some money. Hey, Grok, bring that slave over here.
Yeah, because I mean, everybody had slaves, but they would sell them back and forth. But then they started saying, hey, look, we'll give you good money for these people, and we'll take them off your hands, and we'll sell them over to somebody else. So they were, you could say that's evil, but the white mind thought of that, where it's like, make it a marketplace.
If you're truly opposed to slavery, stop being a leftist.
Stop being a Muslim too, because slavery exists in the Muslim world. I know I'm beating on a dead horse here, but hey.
Well, that's okay. That horse needs beating.
Yes.
So we're going to go with one last one, I think, and then we should call it quits. The pound sign, otherwise known as the hashtag. Okay?
Yeah, well, I don't like calling it hashtag. To me, it's always the pound sign. I say, pound this, pound that.
A lot of people don't know what it is. They only know it as a hashtag.
They just say it in a hashtag, especially the younger people.
## pound sign. Okay? Here's how it goes. If you want to take my guns away, you can pound sand.
There you go.
Good one to end it with, right?
Yes. And that is our impromptu episode here for today on The View from Here. We hope you enjoyed our inanity. Is that a word?
It is now. I mean, just make believe you're a Democrat. You can just come up with bullshit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We hope we entertained you. I know any leftists watching are probably saying, "Oh, they suck," and yeah. Hey, we're not getting paid, jerk off.
One more thing. There's an excellent video with oh my god, excellent guy from Canada, psychiatrist. He's got lots of podcasts.
Oh my god, Jordan Peterson.
Jordan Peterson he described the woke culture in 10 minutes and brought it down to these three things. So this, and I have to admit, I think he's got it down. Okay. Here's number one. These are three characteristics you'll find in woke culture and in woke people. They have no gratitude for how the human race has evolved. So, but they replace that with resentment. So they are resentful. Okay. Then, second characteristic they have on top of their resentment, they're arrogant. Third thing is they're deceitful. So they're deceitful, they're arrogant, and they're resentful. Why are they resentful? They're resentful because they believe that they've been treated wrong because they're ungrateful. They can't appreciate what they've been given.
They think the universe owes them.
Why are they arrogant? Because they don't use the logic train. They use cognitive process in order to understand things. So
they think they're holier than thou.
Right. So they feel justified, but they can't really handle a true discord between two people. And the reason why they're deceitful is because they don't believe in the law, they don't believe in justice, they don't believe in truth. Therefore, in order to go ahead and perform their arrogance in a resentful manner, they are deceitful. So,
also, they don't believe in their own belief system, and they have to lie about it because they know if they tout the so-called virtues of whatever they believe in, socialism, Marxism, whatever you want to call it, then they know that people will turn against them. So they have to lie about everything and everyone.
They are living in a victim versus oppressor point of view. So they think that they're the victim and you're the oppressor. Now here's
a hell of their own making.
They also do not believe that the individual is the primary issue. It is the group. Well, I'm going to have to put my glasses on for these.
That reminds me, by the way, about the group and the individual. In Russia, and Stalin, under Stalin at one point, or maybe it was under Khrushchev after Stalin was gone, they tried giving a piece of the farms to the farmers in the Soviet Union because the farms weren't producing. They used to export food under the czars, but under the communists, they could barely feed themselves, and they had to import food. And what happened was they gave 5% of every farm to the farmers. That 5% produced plenty, and the other 95% of the land didn't produce enough, didn't produce what it should have.
So basically, they are emotionally driven, and their axioms are not to be questioned, and that is why they do not dialogue with people that disagree with them, because to do so would be opening the possibility that their ideology, which it is an ideology, is questionable.
Yeah.
They won't even entertain the idea that there's even any possibility of truth. So what you will experience sometimes with people that are leftists is this haughty attitude like, oh my God, what is wrong with you? And that's as far as that conversation will go.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
True.
So anyway,
we closed up with a very knowledgeable. How should I put it? Not diatribe. Very knowledgeable talking points.
I'm going to give you another punctuation. One I forgot.
What? The at sign? I was thinking of that.
I was thinking the and sign. The
ampersand, yes. That's it.
No, not the ampersand, the and.
The A with the circle.
No, the and. As in A and D. A and D and
That's the plus sign.
No. It's a.
What's the end?
It looks like an S.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, okay, I know what you're saying. I forget the name of that one.
The and sign. That's what it's called. So go.
No, it's called something else.
No, it's not.
No, is that the ampersand?
No, the ampersand.
Maybe that's the ampersand.
The ampersand is the one that looks like the letter A.
Okay, then this is
that's like whatever.
Okay, and you were going to say,
go for it.
No, I'm asking you.
Oh, I was going to give it to you because I thought you could do.
Yeah, because you can't do anything with it. You want to hand it over to me.
You want me to do something? You and me are through, bitch.
Yes. And that ends our episode, this episode of The View from Here, Behind Enemy Lines. Again, I hope we entertained you this time around. You've got 41 minutes, of which maybe 5 are probably really funny. But anyway, we hope
we're going to enjoy it. Not right away, but I think this is a great opportunity to basically explore all kinds of crazy subjects.
All right, yeah. Well, when we don't have next time, I'd like to try a show on either nostalgia or let's go back to maybe another one about movies. We'll pick a topic within movies. Oh, by the way, speaking of movies, I want to shout out to Robert Duvall, one of the greatest actors we've ever had.
Oh, he died, yeah.
Okay, he passed away yesterday. Passed away, these euphemisms like George Carlin said. He died yesterday. Okay, and we lost a great actor, and he's going to be missed. What?
Staunch conservative.
Very staunch conservative. That's right. You're right. Okay, we'll see you next time on The View from Here, Behind Enemy Lines.